Welcome back to the vlog. If you're new here, welcome. I'm in New Zealand on an adventure. If you're coming back, then thank you for coming back. I am in Rotorua. I've made it. I'm really excited. I think this is going to be one of my favorite parts of the trip. I've been really excited about coming here. There's lots of hot springs because this is like volcanic ground, so there's still a lot of volcanic activity that happens, and I'm gonna go and see some of that, the geysers and the hot springs as they erupt. And actually I'm super excited to go and see it. I'm gonna see some of it in the daytime, I'm gonna see some of it at nighttime where there are light shows and things to just make it look even more dramatic. So I'm super excited about that. Today I've just driven down from Auckland. I stopped off at Hamilton Gardens, which was absolutely stunning. I didn't want to vlog there just because it was quite busy, but I will put in a few clips of that here. And it was just so gorgeous, and it was the most beautiful weather for it. So I really enjoyed Hamilton Gardens. I would 100% recommend if you're passing through there, driving through there to get to anywhere south of that area of Waikato. So yeah, now I am in Rotorua. I'm going to go and head into the city centre for some food, see what cheap eats I can find, because I got to be careful with my budget here. See what cheap eats I can find, look around the town centre, the city centre a little bit, and then I am going to one of those light shows that I was just talking about. So I'm going to go and see a geyser kind of eruption. It erupts 15 times a day at this site. It's Te Puia. I'm probably pronouncing that quite wrong. I'll find out how to pronounce it correctly once I'm there. I'm going to go and see that. And it's going to be the after dark show, so seeing all of the lights at night, which I'm super excited for. So I will, bring you along. This is just a park. I'm just in the middle of the city in a park, but there are naturally hot pools here because of the volcanic activity. So this bubbling that you can see on the water is because, it's a natural hot spring. It does smell a little bit. People talk about the smell in Rotorua, but it's really not that bad. It's a bit eggy on the water, but yeah, it's not that bad. Look how gorgeous. Made it to Puia. When the sun goes down here, that temperature drops. Like, it's got freezing all of a sudden, and I was walking around with just a t-shirt earlier. But anyway, I can see some of the lights from here. I'm super excited.
area here, Te Puia, is like the business arm of the tribe, I suppose you could say. We've all grown up here doing this. I've been running through here since I was very young, watching my family do the shows, hearing my family do guided tours. Never thought I would be doing tours. None of us ever wake up going, I'm going to public speak. Never. We all fall into it. But what I do like is that this has been our upbringing. Because of tourism, because of you, we grew up in this.
Good morning. I didn't talk to you guys at all yesterday because I was relaxing. I went to a spa which was absolutely incredible. It's the Ariki spa down right by the lake, in Lake Rotorua. So that's the washing machine going in the background. It was absolutely phenomenal. A lot of people here go to the Polynesian spa, but the Ariki spa was hands down the best spa experience I've ever had. Like, it was gorgeous. The massage, the water treatments, everything about it was so serene and so peaceful. There are natural geothermal pools, which are a little bit smelly, but you get used to it so quickly. And the water just feels so smooth because I think it's alkaline water. It just feels so smooth and your skin feels amazing. And then there are other chlorinated pools with like jet streams, mud treatment, steam rooms, saunas. Absolutely incredible and 100% worth the money. I did spend a little bit more on this one, again as like an extended birthday treat. The birthday treats are ended now. That was the last of it. It was a lot, but it was so worth it and so good. So I'd 100% recommend that. And then last night I went to the Redwoods to go on a nighttime walk with the light show, with things like that. And it was the same with the geyser experience the other night that I went to. And earlier in the clip I kept on saying geyser. It's a geyser because it's nighttime. It's harder to film, and also you don't want to be walking around the whole time just filming everything. You want to take it all in with your own eyes. So I didn't really film as much. I got a couple of clips, but I was just kind of like, just take it in, and that was really lovely as well. I'm gonna go back to both of those. So right now I'm gonna go back to the geysers at Puia. I got that pronunciation wrong the other day, but I knew I would as well. I think it's Te Puia. And the light show was called the Marama light show. So today I'm gonna go back in the daytime to just see it in natural daylight and see the geysers for real, because with the lights you're looking at them and how they light up the steam and everything, but you don't really see the geysers themselves because it's dark, obviously. So I'm gonna go and see that now in the light, and then if I've got time, hopefully I'm just gonna go on a little walk through the forest as well to see the redwoods again in the daytime. They are the tallest trees in the world, not the ones here. The actual tallest tree in the world is in California because that's where redwoods are native to. So that's where the tallest ones are, but the species on the whole, they're the tallest trees in the world. So I'm gonna go back to see those tonight. New Zealand grow a lot of them for timber. And yeah, that'll be really cool just to have that contrast of day and nighttime. So I'm looking forward to the day. It's Monday. It's a quite rainy day again. It was rainy yesterday. It's a bit overcast, which is a shame because I can't necessarily get out and explore everything because it's just a bit wet and I don't want to be outside in the rain all day, but it's okay, you know, you can't control the weather. So I'm still looking forward to the day, still looking forward to seeing everything that Rotorua has and the natural beauty here. And I know for sure I'm definitely gonna have to come back here another day, maybe when it's a bit warmer, to just see it in another light with some more blue skies, hopefully. You can't see anything for the geysers steam. It's very cool. We went to see the kiwis just now. There's one little baby, but you're not allowed to film in there, which is good to protect them. of any disturbance, but that was very cool. And this is the same geyser that I was at the other night, and it looks so different in the daytime. You can see a lot more activity on the other side. You can see it better from the other side. It's very cool up here. There are natural pools, hot water pools just there on the other side of this rock that the local iwi come and dip in. The public aren't allowed to, just because got to keep them safe and protected. But the local iwi come to dip in the pool, which is very cool. You can see lots more of that activity from here. Super cool. Wow. This is a hot pool that can be used for cooking, which is cool. You can boil eggs, vegetables, meat, different things in here, dipping a flax woven basket in and then letting it sit, pulling it out when the food is done. It's definitely worth coming back to do the Tera experience in the daytime, because you get to see things that you didn't get to see at nighttime. You can go down different pathways that are closed off at nighttime to keep everybody safe. Like I'm walking down to see a lake, which you can't do on the Marama experience at nighttime. I'm still getting used to just like walking around places. Like I'm just surrounded by forestry right now. Like I am on a proper pathway, but I'm getting used to walking around these silent places on my own. It does feel a little bit strange still. But yeah, I'm gonna go see this lake and then follow it back around. Oh, look at that. Oh, you can hear it. You can hear the pressure building underneath it. And then there's the lake there. Full of alkaline waters, sulfuric acid, all of the good eggy stuff. Yummy. And this is just behind. Again, you can hear it. You can definitely smell it. That bubbling activity. Very cool. Nobody else has come this way. I feel like an adventurer. Look at the steam behind. That was the mud pool. And then there's the lake. Behind there. I don't think it's signposted enough. I only saw it because I saw a sign and then I could see the pathway leading off. So I thought, I wonder what's down here. But everybody else just follows the pathway. But I'm an adventurer. I'm an explorer. I go my own way. Okay, so these waters are not alkaline. This sign says that they're actually as acidic as a car battery, which is crazy. So it helps with healing. I must burn real bad. The ducks like it. This weather is just like home, not in a good way. That is the lake. Right. Lake Rotorua. Pond for the duckies. I think they like this weather. It's a huge lake. It's created by a volcano. The lake used to be 100 meters higher than it is. So all of the banks of this were the old like boundaries. So the whole city used to be underwater. It used to be part of the lake from the volcanic eruption thousands of years ago. Isn't that wild? And then this is what's left of it. The water went down about 100 meters to this. And then over there is the spa. That's why Ariki. So you can like the falls. Let me zoom in. That jagged roof is the roof of where the geothermal pools are. So it was quite windy and wet. It was like this yesterday. So you could feel a tiny bit of the rain coming in on you, but then that in contrast to the hot water was great actually. It made you feel even more the benefit of it. But it's all covered, so the wind and the rain could only be felt because it was coming in sideways. But it's just like glass panels all along, so you can look out onto the lake as you are bathing. So super relaxing. I think that's just steam from the. That's not. That's just steam from the sanctuary, I think. It'd be cool to come back here another time, maybe in the summer, for another weekend when it should be better weather, just to see these sights and these views in the with blue skies. When I drove down here, it was blue, but I was so tired. I just came in, sat down for a couple of hours, did my laundry, and then headed out to go and do the Marama light show. So I didn't actually get to see the city like properly in the daytime. There's a little fun fair on over there because it's the school holidays for the kiddos right now. Yeah, it's a cool little city to explore for sure. I feel like there's so much to do here. I've only had yesterday's a full day and today is a full day. Saturday I drove down, tomorrow I'm driving out of town. So I don't get to have as many full days here to explore. But there's so much to do, so many other walks that I didn't get to do. I decided against going back into the redwood forest because I didn't fancy walking around a forest in this weather. But I'd 100% come back. I feel like you need a good 3-4 days here to really explore more of it, to try to take as much in as possible. So yeah, I really like it here. I'm definitely gonna come back.
Hangi for birthdays, Christmas Day, New Year's, weddings, celebrations, funerals, divorces. Oh no, we don't, not divorces. But anywhere where you go to have about 100 or more people, this is the most efficient way to set out the food, get ready to go. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Voila! Voila!
Some context for those clips. So I went to the Mitai Maori experience. There's a couple of experiences that you can do here in the city, and Mitai was one of them that I decided to go with, and it was the best night. It was such a just beautiful immersion and education, some more about Maori culture and history. I would 100% recommend. We started off the night by there's an option to get picked up, so I got picked up in the van, and then you go in, you get sat at a table with other people who've come to visit, and then you go down into the forest, and this is all after the sun has set. So you go down into the forest, and then some of the men come through on the river on a waka, on a canoe, and they are singing as they come down with flames around them, and it is just it's awesome. I don't use that word very often because I hate saying things are awesome, but it was awesome, as in just seeing them going down the river with the fire around them just looked so cool, and it was so just powerful. And then once they had done that, we went inside and they did some more cultural performances. So showing us like the ancient weapons that the warriors would have used, some of the songs and the dances that the men and the women did back then and still do now at important events. The women dancing with the poi, which I think is so cool, and it looks just so beautiful to watch them singing songs about like history and like one legend of the two ancestors of the iwi, the tribe, falling in love and finding each other. And then we had dinner after that performance was done. We had dinner from the hangi, which is that picture of the food in the ground, and that was so delicious. So in the hangi, in the earth oven, there was lamb, chicken, potato, sweet potato, and stuffing, and it was so good. And I think it's so like there are some little things that like remind me of home, like my home and family, like in the Caribbean, like of the Caribbean ancestry. Like they have fry bread here, which I thought was gonna be more like, I don't know what I thought it was gonna be, more like I guess like a flatbread, but it's just a dumpling, a really good dumpling at that, like as in a fried dumpling like we have in the Caribbean. So that was just a really nice meal, and I've had just so many opportunities to get to talk to other travelers, other families here. So I was talking to some people over from Melbourne and talking about what they're doing while they were over here, and the woman was a teacher, so I was talking with her about that. You know, teachers everywhere will find a way to bond, so that was cool. Yeah, and then went back down into the forest to see the ancient Pa, which is like an ancient village where one of the iwi's ancestors used to live. So that was really cool to see like the recreation of the old houses that they lived in, and some glowworms in the forest as well, which was really cool. There was only a little bush of them, but it was still really cool to see them because I haven't been into any caves yet to see any of the glowworms. I'll get there eventually. And then hopped back in the van, drove home, and the whole thing was just such an awesome experience. I feel so fortunate and blessed to be able to come to Aotearoa and learn, to come to New Zealand and learn all about the history of the place, and not the kind of just the history that you might hear in a textbook or whatever, but actually the local history, the spoken history, the oratory history of the people, which is the best place to learn. It's the best ways to learn are when you hear about the local stories and the local histories and what they can tell you about their people. That's what I'm all about as like a sociologist, is learning about the history of a culture, what that culture, who is in that culture, and what that culture means to the people who belong to it. It's what I'm passionate about. So I feel so lucky to have had already so many opportunities in the different cities and towns that I've been to, between like here, Waitangi, especially those two, to learn about the history of the different Maori tribes, iwi, the cultures, the performances that I've been able to see. And it is such a welcoming culture. It doesn't feel gimmicky like putting on a show for tourists. It feels very just real, like people welcoming you into their space, into their culture, into their home. And I like that. And especially in where I am now, there's a lot of Maori owned businesses. So this one was a Maori owned business. Te Puia, where the geysers are, that's a Maori owned business. The spa is a Maori owned business. Like I've tried to keep that money going where I feel like it should go. And it's just been so cool to be able to be blessed by those experiences and to have them. So yeah, I chose not to record the cultural experience here, and also at Waitangi as well. Some people have their phones out, and like I got a couple of pictures and like 5-second video clips, but I didn't want to sit there and record something so special. It feels like truly something you need to see with your own eyes. And to sit there and just have your phone out the whole time feels like you're not taking in this experience that, you know, how often you're going to get to do this. So I didn't record those, but that's fine. You guys don't mind that. Recording it takes away from that feeling of it. It doesn't feel quite as sacred, I guess. So yeah, when I've got things like that, I prefer to try to keep the phone away and just like record tiny bits more for my own like memory. Yeah, so that's why there's no clips of either the performance at Waitangi or the performance from tonight at Mitai. Yeah, so I hope you guys don't mind that and you are okay with me just telling you about what I saw, trying to paint a picture. But if you're planning on coming to New Zealand, take some time for it. Don't just, obviously people come to New Zealand for the scenery. I came to New Zealand in part to look at the gorgeous country that is just here. Like you just drive and you see sites that are just incredible, amazing to see. But so much of the beauty of this country is in its people. So don't just come here to look at the mountains and to look at the lakes. Look at the mountains and look at the lakes, and then look at the people who live around those mountains and lakes and hills and in the towns, the people for who those mountains and lakes mean so much. Learn about why they mean so much, learn what they mean, learn who the people are and listen to them, hear their stories. Like, just learn about how incredible these communities are that live across the country. 100% would recommend doing it that way. Don't just come in a van and never speak to anybody local. You're not getting the best of it that way. You're getting some of it, but like you can go to Switzerland, you can go to Italy, and you can see mountains and lakes. Come and learn about everything that is in the country as well. Don't just do it halfway. Do it the whole way. Immerse yourself. I need to do that half myself. I'm getting my money together so I can go down to the South Island to take in all of those sites. But I'm really loving that in the North Island, I have chosen to prioritize like the cultural, historical side of things, because I feel like I've learned so much already in the 3 weeks that I've been here that now I can take to inform the way I look at the rest of the country as I travel around. So yeah, that's why there's no clips, and that's just my 2 cents on how to really get the most out of coming here. I feel like sometimes I just take my phone out and I'll record a little bit with no context of what it is, where I've gone, what that is that I'm showing you. So that's just a little bit of context of what that was then. But I need to pack and go to sleep now because I'm leaving here in the morning to go down to Napier and hope that the weather is a little bit better there. I also need to get better at bringing the microphone with me. I just forget because I have to plug in the receiver into the phone and also obviously have the actual microphone clip. And when I've just like gone out and about, I forget to pack the microphone. So when it gets really blustery, you can't hear anything, which is annoying. And try to remember to use that microphone function because I bought it, so I should use it. Yeah, I'm tired. But this has been a really gorgeous few days and I 100% want to come back here in the summer proper when it's nice and dry and bright and warm and I can get out and about with more days and actually do some treks through the scenery because there's a lot to see around here, but you need like a whole day for it. You need to be prepared to like drive an hour and a half one way, go for a couple hours walk and then get back in the car and drive another half hour. So A, I feel like I want to do that with somebody, so I'm not on my own. And B, like, you just need the day dedicated to that. So not this time, but next time. So yeah, I will see you when I'm in Napier or on the road to Napier, I'm sure. But this is the Bay of Plenty section of my vlog done. And then Napier is in Hawke's Bay. So I'll see you in Hawke's Bay.